designed to work well in both colored and black and white versions. And we can see the variations of the same concept. And entry number 4. We can also bring in a little bit on the logos, please. And it reads, this is from this Sarah Seal. The main design element, a water ripple within the water droplet, was taken from a shape inspired from a photo I took from Chula Vista Bayfront Park. See the photos. There are 5 wave ripples to represent the 5 geographic areas of the district. They can also be thought of as water pipes connecting the community. I took another photo from a different area in Chula Vista Bayfront Park, which is part of the color theme. I provided 3 logo concepts. However, elements from each one can be applied to another if necessary to create it and combine final logo. When necessary, each of the logo concepts also works alongside the Seawater Authority logo if that needs to be locked up together. You can see the concept. The 5 divisions represented as a wave or a pipe, and a slight variation on the logo concept 2, and slight variation of the logo concept. So these are the 4 submissions that were shortlisted by the panel committee.
Can you go over the sort of the prize, the amount and
so the board, as part of the contest parameters, stated that there will be a $1,000 prize for the selected logo, and there will be 2 $250 prizes for the honorable mention.
So we essentially have 4 really well thought out. A lot of time was put into these. Out of 40 were selected. We have a prize for the top 3. I'd like to urge the board if you would support pitching another $250 for the 4th.
So that everybody
gets some.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're okay with that? Yeah, I'm okay.
Okay with that?
Yeah, I mean, especially considering the effort and the thought that they put into these things, I think I'm feel good about it. Yeah, I want to encourage
Participation
and their time investment.
Exactly. And it's interesting because logo design from the 50s, early 50s, virtually you design what product you're selling or promoting. In this case, a spigot with water out there. and over time, with branding and global commercialization, you have logos and branding that evokes emotion. And so this is great. I mean, connecting the community, you have detail on the colors that were chosen. So as we deliberate, I urge everyone to kind of see how it connects.
You're on that ad hoc. Who else was on there?
I wasn't on the ad hoc. It was
Tucker and myself.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at entry number 3, which I think is very good. In fact, it reminds me of the logo on a van of a plumber. I don't know if he owns the company or what. He parks down the street from me, so I see it all the time, and it looks very much like this. And I thought to myself, that's a pretty cool logo. But what's the difference between entry 3 and then if you go to the balance of the entries? The 4th one from the left on the bottom row. They kind of look the same.
What's the same guy? So there were multiple.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. Was it the same person submitted that time as well?
Not 3 and 4. There's 2 different.
No.
No. Look at the
page 17.
The balance.
Look at the very bottom, the last row.
4th from the left. On the last row. See, there's
like
water.
the same person, right?
It looks like,
No, 17 on the collage with all the, so, yes, correct.
It is the same person.
Yes, that looks to be the same concept. So what I've done, as part of,
Oh, okay.
so attachment number 2 includes everything that was submitted. So we just put it into one page.
It's a collage of all the logos.
I do think that same entry, because it is very similar to entry 3.
Yeah.
I believe that was
The same person.
the same person.
Yeah.
Okay.
So because there was no limit to the amount of.
Can I share my screen?
I don't think it's multiple entries. I think it's just it's a collage of all the logos that were submitted, but this, for entry 3, they just have different variations of it.
I think the person who submitted that one was the same person. Like, since, I think there were multiple people who submitted multiple
We
entries.
just didn't add that, we just didn't add that one to the list.
Sarah Seal over here, this is the one that we like the most, but then she also had a concept 2 and a concept 3. And we only provided the one that we like the most as a group.
Well, I tell you,
Wait, can we confirm those just to make sure, right? This bottom one, the one that Steve mentioned, sorry.
We're
Director
referring to
Yeah,
page
that's all right.
17 of the packet, the collage of all the logos, the very bottom row.
Yeah, that's the same concept, that's the one that.
yeah, but it's the same. Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah, we took each one of them and put in the collage.
Yeah, the only issue with some of these, it looks like we're in like Colorado or something, you know what I mean? It's mountains aren't really sort of emblematic of that local.
You know, we do have a unique topography here. We have
But we don't,
mountains, we have a
no.
lot, yeah.
Could I nominate for entry 2 to be our 4th play, or can maybe work backwards, or what do you?
Sure.
Or is there a clear favorite?
Well, I like, so, I think just for ease, I like the first entry of entry 3. Just because when you have them linear like that, it's long.
So I put all of them in one.
This one's more compact.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that one's on the top. And then I like Sarah's too.
I like
And I,
entry 4.
yeah, and I like, I'm not sure if I like, let's see, Sarah's, I don't know if I like the blue ones. I don't like the black ones. The water running through the drop or the truncated flow.
So Steve, just so that I'm following you, the one previous where you said entry 3,
You like the first one of entry 3.
which is the primary logo?
Which is that one right there that he's got his cursor on. And the only reason that I say that is because it's not linear and it's more compact, right? And it's just probably a little easier design to deal with when you use it for a lot of different applications, just thinking of it.
It's funny that you mentioned, because that was my favorite one, and if you look underneath in very small letters, it says primary logo,
Oh, okay.
and that's the one that I had as A1.
Well, I like that one. I
And
like that one.
then I had one that I liked the least, that kind of stood out, that I said, oh, I really don't like,
The fingerprint?
yeah. Are we on the
Yeah,
same one?
I don't know what that is. People will look at that and not
Yeah,
really.
I never did like it to begin with, but that
Yeah.
was out, the way we did a vote, so.
But it is a good, a lot of
There's,
good
no,
thoughtfulness that went into that.
well, yeah, the narrative
Relation to-
is very good. I understand it, but. So I just think that, and then I like Sarah's too, and like I said, I don't know if I like the blue, the right side, the blue water running through it or
I like-
directly underneath it.
So for Sarah's, the concept number 2, the colored one, I really like.
The blue one.
Well, the blue with the tan
With the tan, with the.
signifies sort of
shades of
land.
blue.
Oh, this one here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are the, I can't read the little.
Oh, established, in 19,
So the date might need, if this is selected, the date will have to be, looks
Yes,
like
I can.
61, doesn't it? She may have
Yeah,
put the date that the JPA was.
Oh,
Which one are you looking at?
logo concept 2 on entry 4, logo concept 2.
Oh, established, I can barely see.
well, I
that.
can't see that. I mean, I can see there's something there. I just couldn't tell you what it said.
Oh, it is 51.
Yeah, that's what the district was.
I'm sorry, John?
We had in the previous logo.
51?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
actually, that's pretty good too.
Entry 4 is my favorite.
Okay, which one?
Sarah Seal?
I would take, I don't like the ones going through.
I will second if you do the one directly underneath the middle right.
I like that one.
Okay, I'll, if you make
Oh,
that.
we're ready?
Wait. So we have 2 directors that are in favor of which one?
Well, let's eliminate. I feel like can we officially eliminate entry 1 and 2? Or we need to choose a 4th, a 3rd, so maybe that's easier.
So I would short list,
Well, I think we're just calling them runner-ups. We're not gonna say, yeah,
honorable mention, yeah.
May I say something?
Sure.
Seems like we're very close.
Right.
I just wanted to say something and for the sake of discussion. This entry to Ana Gonzalez, I haven't seen anybody really get excited over it. But the reason that I liked it, it's not my favorite, but it's kind of retro, you know?
It is.
And I don't know if we're like into the retro, it doesn't seem like we are. So that's why I didn't have it as like number one.
That's my fourth runner-up.
But the one that you guys are picking, which is entry 3 with Cynthia Rubio, that one and Sarah Seal number 2, I can support that. Because South Bay Water primary logo, this is the one that you guys are
No.
No, we're looking at 4.
Entry 4 logo to the colored one.
Oh, that's my number 2.
So let's narrow it down between entry 3, the primary logo, and entry 4, concept 2 in color.
But
So-
when we print in black and white, gotta look at that.
Exactly, that's, so it would be depending on, I mean, that's how it would look on this black and white version. And when it's colored, then it will have the three tones, if that is what the board decides.
Okay.
When it's in color,
Typically with the logo, if it's in color, that's part of the design. Why would we print it in black and white? Like in other words, if
Because we
it's on
don't have a
letter,
lot of money.
well, if it's on letterhead, it would be in color. Cause our previous logo was in color,
Yeah.
in blue.
It was blue. It was blue, yeah.
it will come up maybe slightly, slightly grayish based on the color difference. Like copy.
No, but he brings up a good point. The logo is.
The logo is the logo.
Yeah.
But so if you have if it's in color, it has to
I
be
mean,
in
we
color.
can use,
I mean, honestly, how many things do we print with this logo? Like, it's gonna be online, it's gonna look in color, it's going to be pretty. When was the last time we printed something? When was the last time we printed something from South Bay Water?
The letterhead gets printed,
our agendas.
an agenda,
On the agenda.
and it's usually in color. There's that one printer that only has black and white every once in a while. For the most part, it's all color.
And you guys on entry 4, you
Okay.
guys are promoting logo concept 2?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I like logo concept 1,
Oh, you do?
Which one?
The water running
the
through.
one above,
But with the color, black and white? or
Oh, no, color, yeah,
Color?
I thought we were done with. black
But I
and
think they're the same. It just depends on basically the color we print, right? When we Xerox, so it's just gonna be black.
So what do you like about concept 1?
I like well, number 1, I love the essay, the meaning of the 5 lines, and the running of the water.
Mhm.
That's cool.
When the water's not running, it seems like, it's like it got
Like the way
stuck.
it flows through?
Yeah, like it's stagnated, but then Cynthia Rubio, entry number 3 is very safe. It's entry 3, South Bay Water, that one is very, I mean, you guys liked it, who could not like that one? you know?
Yeah. Well, like I said, I like both of them. I would go with with 4, number 1 with the water, with water running through it. I think that's cool. Yeah.
And then Cynthia Rubio, that she would be number 2.
Would be the runner up, yeah.
And are we talking about the primary logo?
Her primary logo would be the number 2 runner up.
Okay,
Mhm.
and Presidente, how are you feeling about that?
For me, it's between entry 3, primary logo, and entry 4, concept 2 with the color.
Well, that's the way I feel, but then we're gonna be high if we do that.
So concept 2 is the one with the water that's basically
It's cleaner.
Confined.
I think it's cleaner. It's
confined.
more-
Well, that's what I kind of thought, but I think that the water, actually, I'm gonna go with concept 1 of 3.
Okay, then that breaks the tie. Are you okay with that,
I mean,
you like both?
I think entry 3, I don't like it for the reasons you like it,
Oh,
which is, I feel like it's safe and stale, and it looks like it could be any company or business, you know what I mean?
okay,
That,
that's
that,
true.
that's the,
It doesn't evoke the emotion when you see it as
I think entry 4, like, has a lot of cool things going on, no matter which one we do. But I do want to understand that entry 3, very safe, it's very
Mhm.
clean.
Okay, and I will move entry 4, concept 1.
That was.
That's the one you want.
That's the one Hector wants, yeah.
That's the one Hector wants.
Well, yeah.
And that's a
that was
good compromise between what you want and what he
my-
wants.
No, yeah, but that was my second choice.
so.
Well, it is kind of my second too, but a lot of times, this is ranked voting.
You know, but I'm identical to Manny, you know, identical to Manny, which correct me if I'm wrong, Manny. You said number 1 was South Bay Water primary logo,
Between that,
and then your number 2 was, the running water, right?
well, concept 2 and the color, and based on Paulina's comments just now about. I think entry 4, concept 2, it builds more emotion. When I see that, I see land, I see water, I see the 5.
Concept, where's the land?
The
The
10
the
represents.
Bottom portion of
the
the.
bottom portion of the drop.
Just make sure that nobody thinks that's poop, you know?
Well, yeah, well, it looks great. I mean, is it supposed to be brown?
It's supposed
Yeah.
to be brown,
Like a tan color.
yeah,
It's it's complex, right? It's interesting. It has,
But it kind of, without the water running, well, either way, it kind of looks like tire tracks.
well, now that you said that.
See, that's what we should go
Or-
to
or-
safe. We should go to safe.
or
We're going safe, man. I'm back to safe.
wait, well, let me see, on entry 4, if you look at concept 3,
Okay,
the very far right, the color one, you do see a darker blue that kind of signifies a reservoir.
oh,
You see the brown like a mountain,
the very last one.
yeah, on the left
On
side.
3.
Yeah, you see the
Actually,
brown.
that one's good. I like that one, now that you
You
think
see,
about
you
it.
can see the Mountain Miguel mountain like
The
that.
reservoir,
You can see that?
no, well, none of them have like water, like it's
Feel it.
holding water.
So you have to feel it.
Feel
Manny, which one is your favorite?
All right.
Is it entry 3?
I think Manny should have a weighted vote,
I think,
No,
pick one, Manny.
pick one.
I'm about ready to vote.
well, this is a good discussion. I mean, I like entry 4, concept 3.
That's your top?
But, well, hold on, we have to,
Do we have a motion?
we have to think how this will.
You have a motion.
I withdraw my motion. I don't think I got a second, did
I don't
I?
have a motion.
No, I
yet.
should have seconded it when you looked at me.
I know,
Well, no,
I,
no, let's,
I'm taking
let's-
cues.
Manny,
This is also still the most, relaxed, intense discussion we've ever been a part of. So, this is great. I think this is good for democracy. We're practicing.
I thought when,
Argue, the fact that we should even.
when Director Castañeda mentioned the tire track, I thought that turned you off. It kind of turned me off because when I see the visual, I said, no, that doesn't.
But that's not what we're gonna think about. You point that.
No, I think the one, the bottom with the blue at the bottom, I think it does, it does evoke a little water.
Honestly, you convinced me when you said reservoir, because
Right.
it's like holding the water. Watch, we asked Sarah, and Sarah's gonna be like, oh no, that was just a typo.
Oh,
But I think it's great. The third one, the last one, man, if that's a motion, I will second your motion.
Hold on there, so the cleanest is 3. I mean, like as far as printing that, putting that on, that is a clean look.
You like
It's
that,
very
I'll make the
straightforward. 4 involves a little bit more, you have to analyze it, I mean, they're both really well.
very cerebral. I think
It's
it's
a logo.
nice, I think it's nice.
You think the Nike swoosh was just thought of overnight? There was a lot of work.
There's a lot of work.
What?
Any of entry force.
Which one?
I like all entry force.
You do.
Yeah. So if you want to commit to logo concept 3, the last one, I will support it. Yeah, let me get this out of the way. I move that South Bay Water logo concept 3, the last one is our logo. That's my motion.
Which one, the ones on the last, right?
Concept 3.
Concept 3.
I think that motion should also include a modification to the contest if we're awarding a fourth
Yeah.
prize.
Okay.
And with the amendment that we're gonna grant a fourth runner-up.
Right. I'll second that motion.
No, but I'm,
Which one do you like?
I mean, I just had a huge accident, you know, I safe.
You like safe?
I just had major surgery, I like safe.
Yeah, right.
Opportunity at life.
That's
We're here
yeah,
for a long
And
time.
one of the things I learned is I'm not gonna fight with my friends over a logo, so I'll go along with the guy.
You moved, I seconded.
Yes,
We're ready to go.
You know which logo you're second?
The what, yeah, the concept 3, entry 4.
The one
Entry 4, concept 3.
that you really
Or
like.
is it clear?
Yeah, but he pretty much said that about all of them. At one point or another.
It's a long night.
He's got his feet planted on both sides of the fence.
So
Yeah.
this was not Steve, Hector's or Paulina's first choice, but it was Manny's first choice, and you convinced me.
We're
You
going to you.
convinced
Wow.
Steve. You were moved by it, and I was moved by you being moved by it,
All right.
and Steve was moved by me being moved by you being moved
I
by
only
it.
have one comment on that, is that the water is a little light, it's kind of sort of in balance with South Bay,
Oh, the word water.
the word water.
I'm sure that we can ask them, that we can. Are we allowed to ask?
Oh,
them
you
to make
mean
it darker?
yeah,
The word water, right?
It would be a slight deviation, but in the interest of,
You don't wanna
Well-
have this conversation again?
well, just to the artist to make sure that we can.
yeah, but we own it, right?
Because you can hardly see water down there,
Yeah,
right?
we could-
I think
It's just
Sarah,
a-
I think Sarah will
I think Sarah will
provide
understand.
more, yeah, more contrast to
Yes.
the water.
The font will not change, only it will be slightly darker.
So if you look at it from a distance, you can see South Bay water as opposed, and I see what she did, she made that same color as the 5 lines and.
Yeah.
See the water, yeah. No, I get it.
Love it. And the top thing, if you see it, those are pipes, because they're not filled with water, it's just the empty pipes.
They are, oh. Wow.
You,
Should have
I'm
brought my
sold.
glasses.
Okay,
Okay, we got a
Okay, we
motion
have
and
a
a
We
second.
got a motion in a second.
and to clarify the motion is to select entry 4, concept 3,
Last one.
the 10 in blue.
Yes.
See if there's a deviation to make the water,
Thicker.
the word water a little darker,
Color is the one above.
and to include the
Word runner.
fourth 200.
And that'll be a deal breaker if she's got a pride of, artistic,
Artistic,
yeah, what, integrity.
Yes, guess we're gonna find out.
And then we go back to, if she doesn't wanna sign the release, then we go to 3.
There we go.
Well, okay, is a motion, council?
Yes, but there's not gonna be an alternative in that.
No.
No.
We're gonna put this up to the vote.
It's going back and forth.
It's a workshop. It's like sitting at the kitchen table looking at the signs.
Right.
Okay, can we please call a roll call vote?
Director Calderon Scott is absent. Director Castañeda.
Yeah.
Director Delgado.
Aye.
Director Martinez.
Aye.
Director
Oh.
Martinez Perez.
Aye.
Motion passes unanimously with Director Calderon Scott absent.
Something has their hand up,
It's past
oh,
the public comment time.
I don't see that. Anyone see it?
The
Somebody-
opportunity for public comment has passed. So
Let
Yeah.
Let
Oh.
them speak.
In light of the fact we've already voted, if they wanna talk, yeah.
member of the public with their name David, you are allowed to speak.
Hello. Hi. So my entry was actually number 3, and I was just trying to clarify that that was one logo, but it's different versions of it. So, like for example, McDonald's will just use the M on certain collateral, although have it listed out a horizontal way, a stacked way, for business card, for letterhead, for website, for social media. So that's why I included the different versions. I think there was a lot of confusion about that. So I just want to clarify.
Thank you, Cynthia.
You said it.
Thank you, Cynthia. Yeah, the future and logo making for sure.
It does, very good.
You got, yeah,
Okay,
okay. We already voted? Okay,
we voted on that, okay?
Do I need to vote? My nominations for Cynthia to be our first runner-up for.
is there a difference?
There's no placement after.
They're all the same.
Oh, it's, okay, well, Cynthia now knows.
But Cynthia, if you're still listening, thank you so much for participating. Your essay was very inspiring, a lot of thought that went into a logo. There's a lot of work that goes into a logo. It's not just picking out colors and fonts and type. It takes hours and if not days to think of concepts and the renditions of it. So thank you for that and thanks for participating and clarifying. Thank you so much. Okay, so on to item 8.2, consideration to accept fiscal year 2023-24 audit report. This is the opportunity for members of the public to speak on item 8.2. Board Secretary, are there any members of the public that would like to speak?
We have no public comment, President.
Okay, I'll defer to our
Thank
general.
you, President. I will refer to Rich, Student Director of Finance, to provide a brief summary on the fiscal year 23-24 audit.
And Michael, if you wanted to pull up page 35 of the agenda, I don't think it's critical. I'll ruin the mood of the meeting. As in prior years, the auditors for Sweetwater Authority also audit South Bay Irrigation District's financial statements. They did so this year, the Poon Group. After the auditor's review of the financial statements, they did issue an unqualified opinion, which means they did not have any findings. Everything was presented fairly and correctly. And that's about as far as they go into giving us kudos for a good job. So it was reviewed. On page 34 is probably the most interesting part of the, because pretty much nothing changes in the financial statements for South Bay. We start the year with about $100,000 and we end the year with about $100,000. And so really all that we have is what we've spent throughout the year. And so on page 34 of the agenda, we have our, it's basically the income statement showing how much we spent during the year. And even from last year to this year, there really wasn't much of a variance of what South Bay was spending. So with that, I just wanted to give a real high level overview, the results of the audit, and I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Thank you, Rick.
Just
I don't have any.
Okay, seeing that we don't have any other questions or comments. Would you like to make a motion to approve?
Will we approve it or we just
I
accept?
think just accept it.
Let's accept, okay.
I
Okay,
accept.
I too.
okay, moving on to item 9, approval of directors' attendance at meetings at future agenda items. This is for a per diem approval for Director Castaneda's attendance at the East and South County Water Authority caucus meeting of September 18th, 2024. This is the opportunity for members of the public to speak on item 9.1. Board Secretary, do you have any public comments?
There's no public comments, President.
Okay. All right, I'd like to make the motion to approve.
Second,
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Can we please take a roll call vote?
Director Calderon Scott is absent. Director Castañeda.
Yeah.
Director Delgado.
Aye.
Director Martinez.
Yes.
Director Martinez Perez.
aye.
The motion passes unanimously with Director Calderon Scott absent.
I believe I already made a report on this, didn't I?
Not for South Bay.
Not for South,
May have done for Sweetwater.
oh, Sweetwater, okay. Well. I'm trying. This was like.
Well, this is just to approve the per diem.
It wants his reports made, right?
Well,
Further down
further down.
the agenda.
So we're moving on to reports and informational
Oh,
items.
sorry.
Item 10, financial reports. This is the opportunity for members of the public to speak on item 10. Board Secretary, do you have any public comments?
There's no public comments, President.
Okay, and this is just an information item. On review, we'll just move on to item 11. Any questions or comments? Okay. Moving on to item 11, quarterly report of directors' expenses for the first quarter of the fiscal year 2024-25. This is opportunity for members of the public to speak on item 11. Board Secretary, do we have any public comments?
There's no public comments, President.
This is also just an information item. Seeing that we have no comments or questions regarding that, we'll move on to item 12, which is reports by directors on events attended. This is where Director Castaneda can now speak on his attendance of the East South County Water Authority Caucus meeting of September 18th, 2024.
Okay, so, as typical, in fact, I, am now the secretary of the East, South County, because Frank Hilliker doesn't want to do it, so I want to make sure everybody gets invited. Kind of been forgetting. Anyway, we typically meet members, from, Ramona, Helix, Padre Dam, and Sweetwater, South Bay. Meet, and normally, and I believe on September, Dan Denham, the general manager, attended. There weren't any significant items on the agenda for the following day, but he did provide us with some good news, I think, with respect to I think progress has been made in terms of offloading water that we cannot sell here locally. And then obviously the sort of the difficulties and sort of complexities of doing that using the metropolitan conveyance system and so forth. But I can say, at least from what he shared with us, is that they're making good headway. It looks like they will be able to sell water, renegotiate a little bit with IID, and you know, the discussion is a lot more positive with Metropolitan. Although at Metropolitan, the general manager is still on administrative leave, and it is unclear as to whether or not that person will be coming back, and then who will be the general manager. So that's probably going to be one of the most critical things coming up, because they're responsible for a lot of our thoughts.
How long has that general manager been on leave?
Well, it's been 3, 5. Yeah. Right. Have you heard of any changes in that? No. And there's just a lot of, you know, sort of back and forth, pointing fingers and innuendo and allegations. I'm not sure how that's all going to work out, but
Let's talk about it. I'm good.
I wish I could, but anyway. So that's my group.
Okay, thank you. Are there any other events that board members have attended on behalf of South Bay Water that you may want to report on? What you think of? Okay. Okay, on to item 13, report of LAPCO Special Districts Advisory Committee. Committee member Director Martinez. Would you like to speak on that?
Yes, so as the year ends, there's been a lot of planning for next year. And we've been talking about what work are we gonna do next, you know? There's 5-year studies that are done. There's the high priority studies, like, you know, the things that are going on with the rainbow and all those things. Those are still ongoing and being looked at. And then one of the main things, or the things that are coming up that are unusual, is like we've been meeting at 1600 Pacific Highway forever, right? But now like this time we went north, and now the next meeting they want to have it south at Old High or at Sweetwater. LAPCO. like a LAFCO meeting
They
here.
still have that little office on the fourth floor on the building?
Yeah, so, that's happening. The next meeting is gonna be down south. We don't know. If it's gonna be Otay or Sweetwater, but, that's a new thing. Thank you.
Okay, on to item 14, reported management. General manager, do you have any report? Anything to report? Okay, on to 15, report legal counsel.
No report.
No report from legal counsel. Okay. And director's comments. Do you have any last director's comments before we adjourn the meeting?
Well, I would have,
Me too.
congratulated, Director Calderon Scott, but, we'll have to wait for another opportunity. While the election's not completely resolved yet, it would appear that we'll have any numbers.
Okay, and I just want to again congratulate all the people that submitted for the logo contest and the 4 that actually made it to the final. We can't always select, I mean, well thought out process, their essays, the logos. We can't, I wish we could select all 4, but we went with just one logo. And gosh, it's been 72 years since we've had the old logo, so this logo will sure enough stand the test of time. And so congratulations to our winner and to the runner-ups for your contribution. Thank you very much. This meeting is now adjourned.
Sweetwater?
I want